Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about first problem from consignment accounts lesson. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter Second Year Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about consignment accounts. On consignment topic I made 5 videos. I am giving video links in the description box and in iCard. I suggest you to watch those videos first. Then only you can understand this present video. Let us see the question first. In textbook, he has classified these questions in two groups. Section A, short problems, and section B, long problems. I am taking this first problem from section B, that is long problems. When we complete long problems, then only you can understand short problems. Let us see the question. Manasa consigned goods value of 60,000 to Suhas. Manasa paid transportation charges 4,000 rupees. Suhas sent the account sales of consignment stating that the entire stock was sold for 75,000 rupees. He paid 2,000 for cartage. He is entitled to commission of 3,000 rupees. He sent bank draft for the balance. Write journal entries in the books of both the parties. This is the question. I'll give this question in description box. You can take a screenshot of that. Then you will understand this solution. Let us see the important information which is given in the question. Manasa is sending 60,000 worth goods to Suhas for sales purpose. First question is, why Manasa is sending goods to Suhas? Here, Manasa is a trader. Suppose she is doing her business in Hyderabad. Every trader desires to expand his business. Even Manasa also wants to expand her business. Suppose she wants to sell the goods in Vijayawada also. So one option is she has to open a branch in Vijayawada. But opening a branch is expensive. Another option is employing one agent in Vijayawada and sending goods to that agent. Through that agent selling the goods in Vijayawada. In return, Manasa pays some commission to agent. Here, Suhas is an agent of Manasa and Suhas is living in Vijayawada. Hyderabad and Vijayawada, these two area names are not given in the question. So I am taking some examples. Then Manasa is sending her goods, 60,000 worth goods to Suhas for sales purpose. Here who is the owner of these goods? Manasa. Therefore Manasa is known as consignor. And to whom she is sending that goods for sales purpose? To Suhas. Here Suhas is an agent of Manasa. No, Suhas is known as consignee. So consignment is a contract. It is an agreement between two parties, consignor and a consignee. The person who is sending the goods on consignment basis is known as consignor. The person to whom these goods are sent is known as consignee. Then, to send these goods, Manasa incurred some expenses. Her expenditure is 4,000 rupees. Then, goods reached to consignee, Suhas. Consignee sold all these goods for 75,000 rupees. Consignee spent 2,000 rupees to sell these goods. What is the benefit to consignee? On this sale, consignee gets some commission. His commission amount is 3,000 rupees. So from sales amount, from 75,000 rupees, consignee deducts his expenditure, his commission, and the remaining amount consignee sends to consignor. Consignor should know for how much value consignee sold those goods, how much expenditure he incurred, how much commission he is expecting. So with all these details, consignee prepares one statement which is known as account sales and the consignee sends that statement to consignor. Based on that account sales only, consignor makes a record of consignee's transactions in his books. So this is the question. For this question, what is asking? Journal entries in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. To prepare journal, we need the help of ledger. So, even though ledger is not asked in the question, we prepare ledger also in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. First, we will see the journal of Manasa. Manasa is consignor now. So, journal entries we have to write. To write the journal entries, we need ledger also. So, below this journal, I am showing the ledger of Manasa. Ledger means it is a book in which we prepare accounts. In case of consignment business, consignor prepares 3 accounts. Consignment account, consignee account. Here consignee's name is Suhas now. So second account name is Suhas account. And third account is goods sent on consignment account. Place is not permitting me, so full name I have not written. But you have to write the full name in examination. Goods sent on consignment account. Why consignor prepares consignment account? To know the profit or loss in consignment business. Why consignor prepares consignee's account? To know finally how much amount consignee should return to us. Why consignor prepares goods sent on consignment account? To know the details of goods sent on consignment. Remember, consignment account is a nominal account. So nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Therefore, all expenses and losses in consignment business are to be debited in consignment account. Similarly, all incomes and gains related to consignment business we have to show on credit side of consignment account. And the consignee account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. That rule we have to follow while preparing consignee's account. Goods sent on consignment account is a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That rule you have to follow. If you remember that consignment account is a nominal account, that is enough. Automatically you can prepare consignee account and goods sent on consignment account. This is very important. Consignment account is a nominal account. Consignment business related expenditure we should debit, and the consignment business related incomes we should credit. If you remember that point, that is enough. Let us start the problem. We are preparing the journal of consignor and ledger of consignor now. Therefore, all these transactions we should analyze from consignor's point of view. Your assumption is you are an accountant of consignor. So think from consignor's point of view. Means to the consignor what is coming, from the consignor what is going. That should be your analysis. See the first transaction. First what happened? Consignor sent 60,000 worth goods to consignee on consignment basis. Here 60,000 worth goods. How he got? We means here consignor. How he got? Either he manufactured them or he purchased from one supplier. So here this is 60,000 indicates the cost of goods. No? Cost means expenditure. So expenses are to be debited to consignment account because consignment account is a nominal account. What is nominal account rule? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. 60,000 worth goods we are sending. Here this 60,000 is the value of goods. It indicates one type of expenditure. Therefore, we should debit. How much worth goods we are sending? 60,000. Write down that in amount column. So here I am not writing the headings. Particulars, amount, particulars, amount. JF number column you can omit, no problem. See the journal, here also date column we need not to open because in question dates are not given. Particulars, actually we have to open LF number column, no, even that column also I am omitting, no problem. Debit, credit, right. So 60,000 is to be debited. And in particulars column what to write? You know, on debit side when we write any account name, we have to start with the 2, no? 2. What to write? We are sending goods to Suhas. So don't write Suhas name here. We are sending 60,000 worth of goods on consignment basis. That information we should record here. We have to write goods sent on consignment account. We are sending some goods on consignment basis. That is the meaning of this word. Now, posting we have completed. Based on this posting, try to frame the journal entry. First transaction is we sent goods to consignee. For that, what is the journal entry? In consignment account, we posted this transaction on debit side. If you want to post like this, while writing the journal entry, consignment account is to be debited. So, consignment account data 2 you have to write in next line now. How? Leave at least 2 letters, write down 2 what to write? See, in particulars column, we open one account with goods sent on consignment account word now. So write down this account name here. To goods sent on consignment account. Amount is 60,000. So for consignment account, in debit column write down 60,000. Because consignment account is debited in the entry. For goods sent on consignment account, write down the amount in credit column. Because goods sent on consignment account is credited. Now write down the narration. Narration should be in brackets now. You have to start the narration with being. Being goods are sent on consignment. So remember, when goods are sent on consignment basis, entry is consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. Now, even goods sent on consignment account also we are preparing now. So, same entry has to be posted in this account also. As consignment account is debited, in consignment account debit side we have posted this entry. And in journal entry, goods sent on consignment account is credited, no. Therefore, this entry is to be posted on credit side of goods sent on consignment account. And what to write here in particulars column? Other account name. Now, what is the other account? Consignment account. So, credit side, you have to start with by, no? By consignment account. Amount is 60,000. So first transaction is completed. Now come to second transaction. To send these goods, Manasa spent 4,000 rupees towards transportation cost. For this transportation expenditure, we should write the entry now. Recollect inter first year, salaries paid. we used to write salary account debtor to cash account, because what we learned, salary expenditure is a nominal account. Nominal account rule: debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As salary is an expenditure, we should debit salary account. Similarly, cash is a real account because cash is an asset. Real account rule: debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Firm is paying salary to the employee. Cash is going. Therefore, we should credit cash. Suppose to employee we should check. Then what we used to write? Bank account. Because bank is one personal account. Here we wrote bank word. But when you really work in any organization, one bank name you will write here, no? For example, SBI account. With a person name, with a firm name. If we open any account, it is one personal account. So personal account rule: debit the receiver, credit the giver. We issued a check to employee. Employee goes to our bank and he takes money. So banker is a giver. Therefore, bank is to be credited. These rules we used to follow in inter first year for any expenditure. So student may think that according to inter first year, in consignment accounts also, for a transportation expenditure, entry should be transportation expenditure account data to cash if we pay in cash form, if we pay in check form, bank. Suppose we issued a check, then we credit bank account. If you write this entry here, it is wrong, because when you have to debit transportation expenditure account, if Manasa is recording this transaction for her business which is in Hyderabad, but this is not ordinary business, this is consignment business. So while sending goods on consignment basis to other area, she incurred transportation expenditure. So there is a difference between our Hyderabad business related transportation expenditure and the expenditure which is incurred for transportation in consignment business. Therefore, writing transportation account debtor to bank account is wrong. Don't debit transportation expenditure account, because if you debit transportation expenditure in the journal entry, then this entry will be posted in transportation account on debit side to bank amount 4,000 rupees, and in bank account credit side by transportation account 4,000. If you show this transaction in transportation account and in bank account, then the meaning is you are treating this expenditure as an expenditure of Hyderabad business. You are not going to show this transportation expenditure in this consignment account. This 4,000 is spent for consignment business now. Therefore, this 4,000 is to be recorded in consignment account. So, don't write this first year journal entry. Then, how you have to analyze this transaction? Manasa is spending 4,000 rupees on consignment business. So, for consignment business, this 4,000 is an expenditure. Consignment account is a nominal account now. As per nominal account rule, expenses are to be debited, incomes are to be credited. 4,000 is an expenditure. Therefore, in consignment account, debit side, we should post 4,000 rupees. If you want to post like this, while writing the journal entry, consignment account is to be debited. Then only in consignment account it will be posted on debit side. And what to be credited? Suppose we paid this 4,000 rupees transportation cost in cash form. So cash is going from Manasa. Cash is an asset. It is a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. As cash is going, we can credit cash account. Suppose our assumption is we issued a check towards this transportation expenditure. Then we should credit bank account because bank becomes a giver. In consignment business, always we assume that we incur any expenditure through a check. Therefore, credit is to be given to bank account. This is the entry for transportation expenditure. See, I am not writing transportation word anywhere because if you write transportation word, then you cannot post that entry in consignment account. This is consignment business related expenditure now. Therefore, instead of debiting transportation expenditure, we should debit consignment account. So this is the entry for the expenses of consignor in consignor books. Narration being the entry for consignor's expenditure. This entry, one time we posted in consignment account on debit side. What to write in particulars column? Credit side, we have bank account now. Write down that word, to bank account. And second time, this entry is to be posted in bank account. Are we preparing bank account here? No. How to prepare bank account in inter first year in triple column cash book lesson already we learned. So as bank account is not prepared here, you need not to show how this entry appears in bank account. So consignor expenses only for one time you have to post. That is in consignment account you have to post on debit side. Now move to next transaction. We sent 60,000 worth goods to Suhas now. Suhas sold all these goods for 75,000 rupees. For these sales, we have to write the journal entry. Recollect inter first year. For sales, we used to write cash account debtor to sales account. When we sell goods, cash comes from the customer. Cash is an asset. It is a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. As cash is coming into the firm, we debit cash account. And sales is an income. According to nominal account, income is to be credited. So we used to credit sales account. But in consignment business, for the sale made by consignee, we should not write this entry. Because if you write this entry, in which accounts it appears? In cash account. Debit side we post this to sales account 75,000 rupees, and in sales account credit side we post this by cash account 75,000 rupees. Are you showing this consignment sales in consignment account? No. Therefore, this is not the correct entry. Then which entry is to be passed? For consignment business, sale is an income. Consignment account is a nominal account now. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As per that rule, incomes are to be shown on credit side. Sales amount is 75,000 rupees. 75,000 is to be credited to consignment account. If you want to credit 75,000 to consignment account, while writing the journal entry also, you should credit consignment account to consignment account. Which account is to be debited? Don't debit cash account. Because who is selling these goods? Suhas. But in whose books we are writing journal entries? In Manasa's books. Manasa is not receiving cash. Therefore, debiting cash is not correct. Then which account is to be debited? Here, Suhas sold these goods to customers and Suhas received this 75,000 rupees. Here Suhas is only a mediator no, between customer and a consignor. So for his sales, he gets commission. This sales amount he should return to Manasa. 75,000 rupees Suhas has to pay to Manasa. We are in Manasa books. So you should observe to Manasa, Suhas is a debtor or creditor. Debtor means who? A person who is liable to us is a debtor. Creditor means a person to whom we are liable. Here, Suhas is liable to us. Therefore, Suhas is a debtor. If any personal account becomes a debtor, then we should debit that account. So, we should debit consignee's account. Suhas account we should debit. Then final entry for consignment sale is Suhas account debtor to consignment account. Why Suhas account is debited? Because Suhas sold these goods for 75,000. He should return that amount to us. So to us, Suhas is becoming a debtor. Debtor means we should write that personal account on debit side. Therefore, Suhas account is debited. And why consignment account is credited? This is sales transaction. Sale is an income. As per nominal account rule, incomes are to be credited to consignment account. Now, posting. Suhas account debtor to consignment account. These two accounts we are preparing in this ledger book now. Consignment account we are preparing and Suhas account is also we are preparing. So in two accounts we have to post this journal entry. Let us post in consignment account first. As consignment account is credited, in consignment account credit side we have to post this entry. Credit side with buy we have to start and what to write in particulars column? Other account name. Now other account is Suhas account. Buy Suhas account. Next, let us post in Suhas account. Suhas account is debited in the journal entry. So in Suhas account, debit side we should post this entry. 2. What to write? Other account name. Now other account is consignment account. Write down that account name. To consignment account. Amount is sales amount 75,000 rupees. Narration is being the entry for consignment sales. Now come to next transaction. Next transaction is Suhas incurred 2,000 rupees expenditure to sell these goods. For consignee expenses, we should write the journal entry in consignor books. Expenditure may be paid by consignor or consignee, but for consignment business that is expenditure. So as per nominal account rule, expenditure is to be debited. So for consignee expenditure also in consignment account, we should show that on debit side 2,000 rupees should be debited to consignment account. If you want to post on debit side in consignment account, in journal entry also consignment account is to be debited. Consignment account debtor. 2. Which account is to be credited? See, consignee paid 2,000 rupees expenditure. But whose sale this is? Consignor sale. So consignee is not going to bear that expenditure finally. Finally, we should return that 2,000 rupees to consignee. Means to us, consignee is a creditor. Because we are liable to consignee. We have to pay 2,000 rupees to consignee. If consignee is a creditor, we should credit his account now. Therefore, credit is consignee's name to Suhas account. This is the entry for consignee's expenditure. Now, let us see the posting. Consignment account is debited. So, in consignment account, debit side we should post. What to write? Other side, we have Suhas account now. Write down that in particulars column. To Suhas account. As Suhas account also we are preparing. Same entry we should post in Suhas account. Which side? Suhas account is credited. Therefore, credit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? Other side, debit side, we have consignment account. Write down that name here. By consignment account. Next come to consignee's commission. Consignor has to pay commission to consignee. For consignee that is income, but for consignment business that is expenditure. So expenditure is to be debited now. Debit side we should write 3000 rupees. If you want to debit 3000 rupees to consignment account, in journal entry also consignment account should be debited with 3000. Consignment account debtor to whom we have to pay this commission? To consignee. Means for 3000 rupees also consignee is becoming a creditor. We are liable to consignee for 3000. As he is a creditor, his account is to be credited. Therefore, credit should be given to Suhas account. Amount 3000 rupees. Narration being the entry for consignee's commission. Remember, for consignee's expenses, for consignee's commission. For both, in consignor books, entry is same. Consignment account debtor to consignee account. Posting is also same. In consignment account debit side, we should write to Suhas account 3000. To Suhas account 3000 rupees. As we are preparing Suhas account, same entry is to be posted in this account also. Suhas account is credited. So in Suhas account, credit side we have to post. And what to write? Other side we have consignment word. Write down that. By consignment account 3000 rupees. Thus, all these transactions we have posted in the accounts. We wrote journal entries. Now, we have to write the journal entries to close these three accounts. First, let us see how to close consignment account. Why we are preparing consignment account? To know the profit or loss in consignment business. We send 60,000 worth of goods on consignment basis. Consignee sold these goods for 75,000 rupees. From this 75,000, we should deduct cost of those goods 60,000. To send these goods, consignor incurred 4,000. That expenditure we should deduct. Consignee's expenditure, consignee's commission we should deduct. So from income, when you deduct expenditure, then finally profit or loss comes. If expenditure exceeds income, you will get a loss. If income exceeds expenditure, you will get profit. If you observe the amounts, credit total is more than the debit total. So in consignment business, we have profit. Let us calculate the profit amount. As credit side total is more, in rough work, write down the credit total first. 75,000 rupees minus debit total. 3 zeros. Debit total is 69,000 rupees. Now difference is 6,000 rupee is profit in consignment business. This profit, we said we should write which side total is less. Debit side total is less. So write down this 6,000 on debit side of consignment account. And what to write for that? Remember, this profit we should show in our final accounts. Final accounts means trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. In profit and loss account, this profit appears. In profit and loss account of Manasa, which side? Profit and loss account is also a nominal account. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As we have profit in consignment business, it is to be shown on credit side of P&L account. So if you want to post the amount on credit side of P&L account and on debit side of consignment account, then the entry should be consignment account debtor to profit and loss account. Amount 6,000, profit amount. Narration is being the entry for profit in consignment business. If loss comes, we have to pass reverse entry. Profit and loss account debtor to consignment account. Narration will be being the entry for loss in consignment business. Now let us post this entry in these two accounts. Consignment account is debited now. So in consignment account, debit side we should post. 2. What to write? Other account name, profit and loss account. When you prepare profit and loss account, then credit side we have to write by consignment account 6,000 rupees. Profit and loss account is a part of final accounts. No? Final accounts already we learned in inter first year. Now we are not going to prepare profit and loss account in consignment accounts. Therefore, only for one time if you post, that is enough. Let us put the totals in consignment account first. Credit total 75,000. Debit side also total will be 75,000. Come to Suhas account. Now we have to close Suhas account. Suhas account is a personal account and the purpose of preparing this account is to know the due amount from Suhas. Suhas sold the goods for 75,000. From this 75,000, he is going to deduct his expenditure 2,000, his commission 3,000. Then how much will be the remaining amount? 75,000 minus 5,000. 70,000. 70,000 is the due amount from Suhas. And how he paid that amount? He sent a bank draft for that. Therefore, we should write bank account. Which side? Which side total is less? Credit side total is less 5,000. So, put the debit total 75,000 minus 5,000. Then the difference 70,000 you have to write on credit side. For this, what to write? In question, he is giving that Suhas sent a bank draft for the balance amount. Therefore, we have to write by bank. Put the total 75,000. Now, based on this posting, let us frame the journal entry for the balance amount. In Suhas account, we credited bank. In Suhas account, if you want to post on credit side, in journal entry also, Suhas account is to be credited. We wrote by bank, no? So, debit side we have to write bank account debtor. Final entry is bank account debtor to Suhas account, amount 70,000. Narration being balance received by a draft from consignee. Why bank account is debited? Think from Manasa's point of view. Suhas has given a draft to us. Means directly money will be deposited in our bank account. So bank becomes a receiver. Bank account is a personal account now. Personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. As bank is becoming receiver, we have to debit bank account. So as Suhas is credited, in Suhas account, credit side we posted by bank 70,000 rupees. So Suhas account is also completed. Now let us close the third account, goods sent on consignment account. We have to close this account by transferring the balance to trading account or manufacturing account. Any one we follow. We follow trading account transfer. We said total is more, credit side. So we said balance carried down comes debit side. So debit side, write down this credit total 60,000, but don't write balance carried down because we should transfer the balance to trading account now. Therefore, you have to write to trading account. Two sides put the totals. Based on this posting, Let us frame the journal entry. Goods sent on consignment account data to trading account. As goods sent on consignment account is debited, in that account debit side we have to post. And what we wrote there? Trading account. If you want to write like this, then trading account is to be credited. Narration is being goods sent on consignment account is transferred to trading account. Amount is 60,000 rupees. So in this manner, we should write the journal entries and we should prepare ledger accounts in the books of consignor, Manasa. In question, he asked a journal of consignor and consignee also. Now let us see the journal and the ledger of consignee, Suhas. So journal of Suhas and the ledger of Suhas we are going to prepare now. As we are preparing accounts in Suhas books, now your assumption is you are an accountant of Suhas. Think all the transactions from Suhas point of view. To Suhas what is coming, from Suhas what is going. That should be your analysis. And in consignee books, if we have to prepare only one account, that is consignor's account. In consignor's books, we prepared three accounts in ledger now: consignment account, consignee account, and goods sent on consignment account. But in consignee books, we have to write the journal entries, and in ledger, we have to prepare only one account, that is consignor's account. Consignor name is Manasa. So, ledger of Suhas, only Manasa account we have to prepare. Why we need not to prepare consignment account in consignee books? Because consignment account is prepared to know the profit or loss in consignment business. Who is concerned with the profit or loss of consignment business? Only consignor. Consignee is not concerned with the profit or loss in consignment business. So, in consignee books, we need not to prepare consignment account. And why consignee prepares consignor's account? To know the due amount. And consignee need not to prepare goods sent on consignment account, because these goods are not his own goods. He is only acting as a mediator of these goods. So on consignment basis, when consignee receives some goods, he records that information in stock ledger, not in accounts. Therefore, only consignor's account we have to prepare. What is the first transaction? Think from consignee's point of view. He received goods from Manasa. So when goods are coming to him, he records that consignment stock details in his stock ledger. No, he need not to write any journal entry for that. Second transaction, consignor incurred 4,000 expenditure to send the goods on consignment basis. This is consignor related transaction. Now we are writing journal entries in consignee books. Consignee is not concerned with the consignor's expenses. Therefore, for consignor's expenses also, in consignee books we need not to write any entry. Next one, sales. Sales are made by consignee only. So we should write the journal entry. And what is the journal entry for sales? Suppose you are consignee. You sold goods to customer, Vijayawada customer. Then cash came to you. Cash is a real account now. So real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. As cash is coming, we should debit cash account. Suppose instead of receiving that sales amount in cash form, if consignee receives that amount through a check, then we should debit bank account, because bank becomes a receiver. Bank is a personal account now. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. We sold goods to customers, we received check from customer. Then we deposit that check in our bank. Our bank collects money from customer's bank. So our bank is a receiver. As banker is a receiver, we should debit bank account. So we assume that we received from customer through a check. Then which account is to be debited? While writing sales entry, bank account. Bank account data. 2. Don't write sales account because this is not Suhas sale. For Suhas, this sale is not an income. His income is commission, no. There is a sales amount 75,000. He should return to Manasa. So think from Suhas point of view, he is liable to Manasa for 75,000 rupees. Therefore, to Suhas, Manasa becomes a creditor. If any personal account becomes a creditor, we should write that a personal account name in credit side. Therefore, Manasa account is to be credited. This is the entry in consignee books for sales. Bank account data to consignor account. Amount is sales amount 75,000 rupees. Narration being the entry for sales. In consignee books, we are preparing only one account, Manasa account. In Manasa account, we said we should post this entry. Manasa account is credited. Therefore, credit side we have to post. What to write? Other side, debit side, we have bank account now. That name you should write here. By bank account. Amount is 75,000 rupees. Next transaction, consignee incurred 2,000 rupees expenditure. He may pay this expenditure in cash form or he may issue a check for this 2,000 rupees. Our assumption is he issued a check for that. Then to whom he issued a check towards this expenditure, that person takes money from bank, no? So bank is giving money here. Bank becomes a giver. Bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. As banker is a giver, we should credit bank account. So in journal entry, bank account is to be credited to bank account. And which account is to be debited? This 2,000 rupees finally who should bear? Consignor. Consignor goods we are selling as a mediator. So this is not our expenditure. In future, we should get that money from consignor. So 2,000 rupees in future we have to collect from Manasa. So to us, to Suhas, Manasa becomes a debtor. Because Manasa has to pay the money to Suhas, no? Manasa is a debtor. Debtor should be debited. Therefore, in journal entry, Manasa account is to be debited. Manasa account debtor to bank account 2,000. Narration is being the entry for expenses. So for consignor expenses, in consignee books entry is Manasa means consignor account debtor to bank account. Now this entry we should post. Two accounts we have. Out of these two, we are preparing Manasa account now. Manasa account is debited. So in Manasa account, debit side we should post. 2. What to write? Other account name. Other side we have bank account. Write down that. To bank account 2,000 rupees. Now last transaction is consignee's commission. Think from consignee's point of view. This commission is income to consignee. Income comes under nominal account. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As commission is income to him, we should credit commission account. In journal entry, commission account is to be credited 3,000 rupees. And from whom he should get that commission? From Manasa. So for this commission amount 3,000 also, Manasa is becoming a debtor. Debtor means we should debit. Therefore, we should debit Manasa account. So remember, in consignee books, for his commission entry is consignor account debtor to commission account. Narration being the entry for commission. Now this entry we have to post. We are not preparing commission account, only Manasa account we are preparing. Manasa account is debited. Therefore, this entry also in Manasa account, debit side we should post. What to write? Other side account name, commission account. To commission account. Amount is 3000 rupees. Now, all transactions we have posted. Finally, we have to close this account. What is the meaning of this account? We sold consignor's goods for 75,000. From that, our expenditure, our commission we deduct. Then the remaining amount, 75,000 minus 5,000, 70,000, we have to pay to consignor. And we paid it. How? By sending a demand draft. Therefore, through bank, we settle our account. So debit side, what we should write? To bank, difference amount 75,000 minus 5,000 is equal to 70,000. Now two sides put the total. So based on this answer, we should frame the journal entry now. In Manasa's account, debit side we wrote to bank. If you want to post the entry like this, then the entry should be in Manasa account debit side we should write now. So Manasa account is to be debited. And what we wrote here? Bank. So you have to credit bank account. Then only we can write to bank. So for settlement of due amount in consignee books, entry is consignor account debtor to bank account. Narration is being the balance amount paid by draft. Once you recollect consignee's account in consignor's books, in Manasa's books, we prepared Suhas account now. In that account, this 75,000 we got on debit side and these three amounts we got on credit side. So remember, in consignor books, while preparing consignee account, the amounts which we debit should be credited here and the amounts which we credit there should be debited here. But particulars column, you should not write the same account names. So accounts name differ. So this is all about first problem of consignment accounts lesson. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.